In the entire history of Call of Duty Zombies, there have been maps that fans adore a little bit too much, and in this video, we're going to be looking at some of the most overrated maps in Call of Duty Zombie history. Now, of course, this is an opinion-based video, so if you guys don't agree with me, that's completely fine. We can agree to disagree, but these are my opinions, and everyone is entitled to their own opinion. Now, in no particular order, we're going to start off with Der Eisendrache. Now, whoa! Chill out. I know you're freaking out like, oh my gosh, Der Eisendrache is one of the best maps of all time, and I agree. Okay, relax. Der Eisendrache is just slightly overrated, and I believe that this is the most overrated map inside of Black Ops 3. Everybody plays Der Eisendrache. If you try and go into a lobby in Black Ops 3 right now, whether it be console or PC, the fastest lobby you're gonna find is Der Eisendrache. Anybody can play Der Eisendrache, whether you're a casual or a skilled player, it doesn't matter. This is why so many people play it, because it's so accessible to both communities. The way I think it's overrated is just simply because it's another version of Origins with the elementals, and I don't believe there's a problem with that. I actually love the elemental bows more than the staffs, actually. Just because I think they're more unique than a staff, because, you know, who wouldn't want to shoot a bow? But it shares so many features with Origins, such as even like the blue tint and the snow. I just think that it's a slightly overrated map, and honestly, I don't want to play Der Eisendrache as much anymore, simply because I've played it so many times that it doesn't even faze me when I do the Easter egg anymore. Like, I could do it blindfolded. And again, I'm not saying this is a bad map at all, because this is easily top 5. It's just slightly overrated because of how many times people have played it. And coming up next, we have Moon. Now, Moon is one of the most controversial maps inside of the Zombies community as of right now. There's a side of the community that will say Moon is one of the best maps, and there's also a side of the community that will say it's one of the worst maps. Now, whether you're on the very good side or the bad side, it doesn't matter. This map is a little bit overrated in terms of both sides. The way I see it, the people who say Moon is one of the greatest maps only view it from an Easter egg standpoint. Yes, blowing up the Earth is super cool, and standing there on the moon while rockets fly towards your home is awesome. However, the rest of the map is pretty boring, besides maybe the hacker, which was a great device that they implemented. QEDs were also really cool, but that doesn't change the fact that on Black Ops 1, this map looked awful. I'm not even joking, it was gray. It was just gray, that was all it was. But on Black Ops 3, thankfully, they changed it so it looks better. And honestly, ask me any day of the week and it might change. I might say Moon is underrated some days, and like today, I'm saying it's overrated just simply because people view it so highly because of the Easter egg. Now, next up on this list is 9. Now, 9 is one of the highest rated Black Ops 4 maps, and out of all the Chaos maps, people say that this is one of the best. But in my opinion, I don't really see the thing with 9. I played it so many times. I think it's an awesome map with the awesome Easter egg, with the boss fight with the elephants. That was super cool. But I don't really see what people see with this map. Yeah, it's cool that there's 4 statue towers that you can go inside and be like, oh, you know, there's some perks and stuff, but really it's not that cool of a map. In my opinion, it's kind of bland. You got a Guardian Arena, it's just a circle with 4 branching off areas, and I don't understand why people rank it so highly over something like Ancient Evil or Dead of the Night. Like, those are great maps, and people just say that, oh, 9 is better just simply because it was in the starter 3. Yes, again, the theme is super cool, but it's really just a boring map. And the Wonder Weapon, the Circuit's Kiss, or with the Death of Orion or something like that, that Scorpion little shooter electric thing, that thing is awful. It's just a rip-off of the Wonder Waff, and I really wish that they did something more with the Wonder Weapon. Now, this one is probably going to be my most controversial one on this list. Noct der Untoten. Now, yes, I said it. Nocturne Toten is a very overrated map. Now listen, I understand it was the first map in Call of Duty Zombies history, and I know it had no expectations going in, but that doesn't take away from the fact that it's a very bare bones experience, with the only unique feature being the ray gun. BO1 added the thunder gun and mule kick, and Black Ops 3 added the Wonder Fizz and the gobble gun machine. And that is really the only innovation this map has ever had. We saw a little snippet of it in D Machine on Cold War, and really that's about it. In Cold War, I think it was the best version, although the whole map wasn't even based around Nocturne Totem, and that says something. I will be giving this map respect though for what it did for zombies, because if this map wasn't made, then who knows where Call of Duty Zombies would have been, if it would have even existed or not. That still doesn't change the fact that it should be on this list though. Nocturne Totem is overrated. And the final map, the one that you guys have probably been waiting to see, Kino der Toten. Now yes, Kino der Toten is on this list. It's not a big surprise. This map is the most overrated map in Call of Duty Zombies history. Let me break it down. 4 perks, a teleporter that leads to Pack-a-Punch, and zombies. What does that sound like to you? Because that just sounds like I just described Doris, is it not? Well, that's because this map was supposed to be made for World at War, but it was pushed back due to Modern Warfare 3's life cycle, I believe. This is the most popular map for casuals. It is so easy for anyone to just train on that stage forever with the Thunder Gun. Speaking of the Thunder Gun, that was the only unique thing that this thing brought in besides the Nova Crawlers. And let me tell you, I wish that they were never a thing, because let me think, we had Jumping Jacks and Die Rise and those other ones in Alpha Omega. At this point, it just kind of sounds like I'm hating on this map. I think Kino's an alright map. I'm not saying it's bad, okay? But it is very overrated. People hold it to such a high standard, but it really didn't do anything for zombies going ahead. Now, before I finish off the video, I just want to say all of these maps are good, and I didn't want to hate on them too much at all, but I do have to recognize that they are overrated, such as Kino and every other map that I talked about in this list. So please don't get mad at me because I'm just sharing my opinion on what is overrated or not. I'm not saying they're bad maps whatsoever. And with that, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Yeah, cause I got it like that. Flow so smooth like I got it on tap. Yeah, and I'ma say it be a good night while I'm on my Yingling, while I'm drinking Bud Light. Can you get it when you miss me?